Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Saira Mujtaba with the news at 9. The headlines. Flood fury continues in northeastern states. Prime Minister Narendra Modi takes stock of situation and assures full support for relief and rehabilitation. CDS General Anil Chauhan warns Pakistan, India is not going to live under shadow of state-sponsored terrorism and nuclear blackmail. India to build first ever indigenous polar research vessel. MoU signed with Norwegian firm. Maharashtra government to introduce basic military training in schools from class 1. Democratic Party candidate Lee Jae-myung projected to become next president of South Korea. And in IPL T20 Cricket, Punjab Kings win toss and elect to field against Royal Challengers Bengaluru in title clash in Ahmedabad. And now the news in detail. Northeastern states remain in the grip of severe floods and landslides triggered by continuous heavy rainfall. Prime Minister Narendra Modi took stock of the situation and assured full support for relief and rehabilitation. In Assam, over 5 lakh people are now reeling under the deluge across 21 districts. According to the Assam State Disaster Management Authority, 11 people have lost their lives so far in flood and landslide-related incidents. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to Assam Chief Minister Himant Biswa Sarma over phone and inquired about the current flood situation in the state. More from our correspondent.
Assam continues to reel under severe flood on the 5th day today. The Chief Minister, his cabinet members and legislators are visiting different flood-affected areas to take stock of the situation. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma today visited Silchar in Kasar district to take stock and assess the flood situation. He visited several relief camps and interacted with the people and assured government support for rehabilitation. The Chief Minister directed district commissioners to monitor rescue and relief operations in their districts. The flood has also inundated 53 of 233 camps of Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. Meanwhile, NF Railway has cancelled Silchar-Agartala Express, Silchar-Bhangai-Sungpao passenger train and Silchar-New Delhi Express due to flooded railway track. Aminul Haq, Akashvani News, Guwahati.
The Prime Minister also spoke to Sikkim Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang on the situation after a massive landslide struck the army camp at Chatin in Lassen. Our correspondent reports that the Indian Air Force has rescued the first batch of civilians stranded at Chatin.
The evacuation mission at North Sikkim will resume tomorrow morning. Today, after evacuating 34 persons, rescue mission had to stop due to the inclement weather. But importantly, Indian Army's 112th Brigade established a vital foot road between Lassen and Saten today, enabling airlifting from Saten tomorrow morning. Mangan District Administration informed that there are 130 to 150 tourists are still stranded at Lassen. There is no network connectivity at Lassen, but they are all safe. Efforts are being made to restore the mobile connectivity. The Sikkim government has officially declared the situation at North Sikkim as a disaster. The tourism department has issued advisory for tourists that roads to Lassen and Lachung are temporarily closed due to the landslides, but there is no problem in visiting other places in Sikkim. Governor Om Prakash Mathur visited the Singtham today to monitor the situation. Governor urged the local people to remain vigilant and also instructed the administration to provide all support to them. Manas Pratim Sharma, Akashvani News, Gangtok.
In Manipur, 643 villages, mostly in Imphal East districts, are reeling under flood fury, leading to the displacement of around 165,000 people. Talking to Manipur Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla, Prime Minister Modi assured all possible assistance from the centre in dealing with the flood menace in the state. NDRF, SDRF, police, paramilitary force and others are continuing rescue operations in flood-affected areas. In Arunachal Pradesh, 12 people have lost their lives so far in rain-related incidents. The Indian Meteorological Department, IMD, has issued an orange alert over northeast India. IMD scientist Dr. R.K. Jainamani told Akashvani News that heavy to very heavy rainfall will continue over the region during the next 2 days. Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan today asserted that India is not going to live under the shadow of terror and nuclear blackmail, adding that Pakistan has to stop state-sponsored terrorism. He highlighted that Islamabad's proxy war will no longer be tolerated. CDS General Chauhan stated this while delivering a lecture on future wars and warfare at Savitribai Phule Pune University.
Now Pakistan is faced with a different kind of a prospect that he faces military action in case we find terror happening against us. And also we have kind of raised the bar. We have connected terror to water and we have drawn out new lines for military operations against terror.
The CDS also said that Operation Sindoor, which was launched as a swift and precise response to the brutal Pahalgam terror attack, targeted terror camps across the border and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Meanwhile, India bloc partners have demanded a special session of Parliament over the Pahalgam terror attack and the country's response to terrorism under Operation Sindoor. A meeting of the INDIA bloc was held in New Delhi today, which was attended by its members including Shiva Sena, UBT, RJD, Congress, SP and TMC. Leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, said, "There are serious questions facing the nation about the terror attack, killing of civilians, the announcement of ceasefire and the implications on national security and foreign policy." Talking to Akashvani News, BJP spokesperson Nalin Kohli questioned the intention of India bloc partners for demanding special session of Parliament. He said the opposition can seek a discussion on the issue in the upcoming monsoon session of Parliament. He alleged that the agenda of India bloc is not to know about Operation Sindoor, but only to criticize the government. India's Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited (GRSE) and Norway's Kongsberg Oslo signed an MoU which paves the way for India to build its first ever polar research vessel or PRV indigenously. The MoU was signed today in the presence of Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways Sarbanan Sonowal in Oslo, Norway. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Sonowal said this MoU is a beacon of hope and progress, signalling India's unwavering commitment to scientific advancement and sustainable development. The vessel will be equipped with the latest scientific equipment, enable researchers to explore the ocean's depths, study marine ecosystems, and unlock new insights into our planet's past, present, and future. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov and download the News on AIR app. Welcome back. You're listening to News at 9. Maharashtra School Education Minister Dada Bhuse today announced that the state will introduce basic military training for students from Class 1. State Minister stated that retired soldiers will play a key role in imparting training alongside sports teachers, members of the National Cadet Corps and Scouts and Guides. He said this decision is intended to nurture the love for the country and instill habits of regular exercise and discipline, which will benefit students throughout their lives. The Uttar Pradesh government has approved 20% reservation for former Agniveers in direct recruitment for the posts of police constables, provincial armed constabulary, mounted police and firemen. The decision was taken in a cabinet meeting chaired by Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath today. As we celebrate the success of Operation Sindoor, the nation salutes the valor of the Indian soldiers. As a tribute to the armed forces, Akashvani News is presenting a special series. Today, we remember Paramveer Chakraborty, Second Lieutenant Rama Raghobharane, who displayed incredible bravery during the India-Pakistan War of 1947-48.
Second Lieutenant Rama Raghobharane was commissioned into the Corps of Engineers in December 1947. During his 21-year service with the Indian Army, he earned 5 mentions in dispatches. In the 1947-48 Indo-Pak War, after the Indian Army recaptured Jhangar in March 1948, an advance was planned from Naushera to Rajouri to protect civilians from enemy atrocities. On April 8, 4 Dogra Battalion began its assault, but their progress was hindered by minefields and roadblocks. Despite being wounded on April 8, he continued clearing mines and roadblocks, enabling tank movement. Over the next 3 days, he worked tirelessly, making diversions and even blasting roadblocks himself. His relentless effort played a vital role in the Indian Army's advance to Rajouri, inflicting heavy losses on the enemy and saving countless civilian lives. For his outstanding courage and determination, 2nd Lieutenant Rama Raghuba Rane was awarded the Paramveer Chakra. Saklain Akhtar, Akashvani News, Delhi.
In some more news, on the 6th day of the Viksit Krishi Sankalp Abhiyan, Union Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan visited Narayangaon in Pune and interacted with farmers and agri-scientists at the Krishi Vigyan Kendra. He announced that the government is moving towards enacting a strict law for taking action against any company or person making fake fertilizers and pesticides and supplying those to farmers. Democratic Party candidate Lee Jae-myung is projected to become South Korea's next president. As per exit polls released by the country's leading broadcasters, Lee Jae-myung is expected to win following a closely watched snap election today. The exit poll shows Lee securing over 51% of the votes ahead of conservative rival Kim Moon-soo, who trails with over 39%. Meanwhile, counting of votes has begun. Russia has decided to hand over around 6,000 frozen bodies of fallen Ukrainian soldiers to Kiev by next week. This was stated by Vladimir Medinsky, the Kremlin aide who led the Russian delegation in the second round of peace talks yesterday in Istanbul. The two sides have also agreed to exchange all sick and heavily wounded prisoners, as well as those aged under 25. He also said Moscow is ready to accept the bodies of Russian servicemen if Ukraine has them. The sacred ritual for Pran Pratishtha of Ram Darbar on the first floor of Sri Ram Mandir in Ayodhya started today. The 3-day religious rituals that started today will culminate with consecration on Thursday. A report.
The main event will include the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Darbar on the first floor of the temple, as well as the consecration of idols in 6 other temples. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and several other guests will be attend the Pran Pratishtha event. Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust General Secretary Champat Rai appealed everyone not to rush for darshan of Ram Darbar, as visitors will not be allowed on the first floor.
प्रथम तल पर राम दरबार में दर्शन के लिए जनता अभी नहीं जा सकेगी। उसकी पद्धति, उसका समय, उसकी पूर्व तैयारी, ये सब करने में हमें कुछ समय लगेगा। परकोटा के 6 मंदिरों में भी अभी जनता के दर्शन की सुविधा उपलब्ध नहीं होगी।
Security has been intensified with the deployment of ATS and STF teams to ensure a smooth and secure event. Om Awasthi, Akashvani News, Lucknow.
In the summit clash of IPL T20 Cricket, Royal Challengers Bengaluru were 173 for 6 in 18 overs against Punjab Kings at Ahmedabad when reports last came in. Earlier, Punjab Kings won the toss and opted to field. Ahead of the much-awaited game, some enthralling performances took place in the grand closing ceremony, paying tribute to the Indian Armed Forces as a mark of gratitude for the successful Operation Sindoor. Iconic singer Shankar Mahadevan and his team delivered a soul-stirring performance to honor those who served in Operation Sindoor. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Flood fury continues in northeastern states. Prime Minister Narendra Modi takes stock of situation and assures full support for relief and rehabilitation. CDS General Anil Chauhan warns Pakistan, India is not going to live under shadow of state-sponsored terrorism and nuclear blackmail. India to build first ever indigenous polar research vessel, MoU signed with Norwegian firm. Maharashtra government to introduce basic military training in schools from class 1. Democratic Party candidate Lee Jae-myung projected to become next president of South Korea. And in IPL T20 Cricket, Punjab Kings win toss and elect to field against Royal Challengers Bengaluru in title clash in Ahmedabad. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in. That's all in the news at 9. Good night.